welcome to This is Paris, the show that takes you behind the scenes with French champions, Paris Saint-Germain. Coming up, the big guns are firing as Paris down Dijon at the Parc.
On a réussi à bien maîtriser, c'est important pour la suite.
We chat with Ligue 1's Mr. Assists, Angel Di Maria.
Se piensa que todo es fácil.
Paris roar past Lyon and into the Coupe de France final.
No ha gagné parce que no ha mérité gagner.
And finally, Laurent Fournier relives 1996's triumphant European campaign.
Et ça donne encore des frissons.
Consecutive home matches at the Parc des Princes as Paris entertained Dijon in Ligue 1. A Dijon side that were the last team to beat Paris Saint-Germain in the league, but whom les Rouges et Bleus have always beaten in their own backyard, with 4 wins from 4 in Ligue 1, 17 goals scored and 0 conceded. And the start of the match respected the history. It took just 3 minutes for Pablo Sarabia to score his 9th goal of 2020, unintentionally assisted by Marquinhos. I didn't mean it, I wanted to score. But in the end, the most important thing is that the team scored. It all happened very quickly. The defense half cleared, Marquinhos shot, I put my foot out, and it was a goal. He's almost as good as a number 9. That's his quality. He feels good in situations like that. And after 2 minutes, he scored a goal that gave us a lot of confidence. Paris Saint-Germain were on their way, and the scoring chances followed. But Dijon did not crack. We wanted to score that second goal earlier. We had chances, but we didn't take them. Paris were dominating but had to keep an eye on the red Dijon counters before once again laying siege to the visitors' goal. Edinson Cavani and then Kylian Mbappe with chances to make it 2-0. We were confident we'd get that goal. We had big chances in the first half to score 2 goals. But at the break, it was only 1-0. It's always close at 1-0, anything can happen. It's football. We have to be very careful. We had lots of chances to score that second one earlier. We were unlucky today, and we had to wait a long time before scoring that second goal to kill them off. It wasn't until the 74th minute that Paris finally made the game safe through Kylian Mbappe. We had several chances, and in the end, the important thing is that you create them. It means you're playing well. We were patient, the team worked very hard, and in the second half, we were able to score and win the game. Mauro Icardi came off the bench to score with his first touch, his 20th goal of the season. It's good. We could bring on Mauro Icardi, and he scores with his first touch. It's good that Mauro's here. He did 2 very, very strong training sessions yesterday and the day before, and he deserved it tonight. Kylian Mbappe ended the match with goal number 4, a brace for him that sees him move to the top of the Ligue 1 scoring charts.
Es un partido bonito, un partido donde
It was a good match, a match from which we can draw plenty of positives. The team worked well. We put in a lot of effort together. We also had to be patient at every moment of the game to get all those goals. We didn't concede any goals. We played high, pressed high up the pitch. We controlled the game, and it bodes well for the future. We played the whole game very focused, very concentrated. You have to do that to win 4-0. A great win.
Quando eu tinha 5 anos,
When I was 5, I played with my brother and my cousins in the street and in our backyard, and we had a great time.
A gente passou bons momentos juntos. Quando eu tinha 10 anos,
When I was 10, I was in the Corinthians Youth Academy, where I grew up a lot, where I was educated, where I battled for my objectives.
eu lutei pelos meus objetivos.
But I was still
mas
just a
ainda
little
era
boy
garotinho
with a
com apenas
footballing dream.
Quando eu tinha 15 anos, as coisas começaram a ficar
When I
sérias.
was 15, things started getting serious. I knew what I wanted, where I wanted to be. I knew that my boyhood dreams could come true, and I fought for it.
E eu lutei, eu batalhei.
I was at Corinthians,
estava no Corinthians,
with great
com-
things
com
to
grandes
conquer.
objetivos e boas coisas para se conquistar. Quando eu tinha 20 anos, eu já estava
When I
em
was
Paris.
20, I was here in Paris.
Ganhei
I'd
alguns
won some
títulos
important
importantes,
trophies with
passei pela
Corinthians.
Roma, tive
I'd had an
excelente
excellent
ano,
year with Roma,
que me fez-
which
que
allowed
me
me to get
permitiu
here to
a chegar aqui
Paris.
em Paris. Mas com 20
But I was
anos
still
ainda
very
era
young,
jovem,
fighting
jovem
for
que
my place in the
lutava,
team,
pelo seu espaço,
for my
pela
history,
sua história,
and
pelo
my
seu
name.
nome. E
And I was very happy to
estava
have
muito
arrived at a
feliz
club
de
like
ter
Paris
chegado num
Saint-Germain.
clube como o Paris Saint-Germain.
Hola, soy Ángel y estás mirando This is Paris.
Now look at the space for Di Maria. Trouble here for Marseille as Mbappe charges through the middle again. And it's in, 4-0. Di Maria with another assist. Top assist provider in the Ligue 1 Championship with 14 to his name, Angel Di Maria is en route for his best ever season with Paris Saint-Germain. And among all his assists, the one against Bordeaux was a very special one. The Argentinian perfectly crossing for Edinson Cavani to head home his 200th goal for the club.
Creo que es una jugada
I think it's an action that really characterizes my game. To get the ball and cut inside. Eddie's a very experienced striker with a lot of qualities in the air and always looking for the first post and diagonal runs. When I controlled the ball, I saw his movement and crossed for him. I thank God I was so lucky. A few days earlier, I told him I was going to be the one to give him the assist for his 200th goal, and that's how it happened. I'm very happy for him. When I arrived in Paris, I saw it wasn't easy for Eddie because he was playing on the left. Ibra was playing as the number 9 and it was more difficult for him to score. But I think he showed when Ibra left that he is a great number 9 with a lot of quality. A real number 9 goleador. Eddie makes very good runs. He's always on the very limit of offside, so he can pass to him, and he scores. He's a very experienced player in the penalty area, and I think that's why he's scored 200 goals for Paris Saint-Germain. A Champions League winner in 2014 with Real Madrid, Angel Di Maria knows what it takes to win the most prestigious European competition. After the defeat in the first leg against Borussia Dortmund, El Fideo remains confident of his team's chances.
Solamente un gol. Un gol.
We just need one goal. If we score a goal, we'll be in a good position. In the first game, we didn't play a great game, but we gave 100%. It just wasn't a great game, like we wanted. But we still scored a goal, so I think that if we play a game like the ones the team is usually capable of producing, then we have a very good chance of qualifying.
Es obvio que tenemos muchas posibilidades de pasar. The
important thing is us, our family, the ultras. They're the ones who are always there for every game, every practice session. They're the ones who travel with us to support us. We need to focus on ourselves. I think there's a lot of talk around the club because we have Ney, because we have Kylian, because we have great players, and everyone thinks that because we have the best players, we're going to win the Champions League. Since the day I came here, I've always said the same thing. You don't win the Champions League because you're the best, but because you have that little bit of luck as well. Because you win in Ligue 1, or you win the French Cup or the League Cup, people think everything is easy. When you get to the round of 16 in the Champions League, you meet the best of each country, and I think every match is very difficult. If you play a match where you're only at 90% and the other team is at 100%, you'll lose it, because it's all about the little details. And as I said, you have Ney, Kylian, Eddie, Mauro. Everybody thinks you're going to win, that the Champions League is easy for Paris. But that's not football. Football kicks you sometimes. It happened with Barcelona, it happened against Manchester. But hey, as I said the other day, we always played very good matches in the first game and badly in the second. Hopefully this year, it'll be the other way around.
Ojalá que este año sea al contrario.
We're very strong at home, with our supporters, with the ultras. The Champions League atmosphere is very special here, and we hope people will continue to support us as they do now, that the match against Borussia will be very noisy inside the stadium, and that it encourages us to do our best. Before the visit of Borussia Dortmund, Les Parisiens have another big match on the agenda, the Coupe de France semi-final against Olympique Lyonnais at Groupama Stadium.
Creo que viendo el partido del Lyon de ayer contra la Juventus.
I think Lyon's match against Juventus showed that they're a very strong team, and the game at Groupama Stadium is like a Champions League match. It's a top-level match with top-quality players. There's a final at stake. It's a match to be able to reach the Coupe de France final as well. I think that's the most important thing, to do everything possible to reach that final. Still to come on This Is Paris. Paris Saint-Germain are just one game away from a place in the Coupe de France final. And Laurent Fournier takes us back 24 years to relive Les Rouges et Bleus' glorious 96 European campaign. On Wednesday, Paris headed to Olympique Lyonnais in the semi-finals of the Coupe de France with the determined ambition of qualifying for a record 6th consecutive final in the competition.
Marco Verratti. Marco, bonjour. Comment t'es moi? Et toi? Ça va les gars, ça va.
It was another special night for Edinson Cavani, as El Matador, leading the line in attack, celebrated his 300th appearance in Rouge et Bleu. It's exceptional. It shows a player's determination to always play, to try and give everything for the jersey, for the city. I'm really very, very happy. In a frenetic opening, the gloves were off from the start as the ball raced from one end of the field to the other. But it was the hosts that drew first blood through Martin Terrier. We always have enough quality on the pitch to finish a move by scoring. But there you go. At 1-0 for them, it was harder, but we fought back very well. From a Pablo Sarabia corner, Layvin Kurzawa climbed highest in the box. His header helped home by Kylian Mbappe. But Lyon came again. Keylor Navas denying Terrier a second of the night. It was a very even match, with chances at both ends. It was like they'd have a chance, then we'd have a chance. And the last chance of the half was the most spectacular. Neymar's cross finding Cavani, whose volley hit the outside of the post. It was very difficult to find space. We had chances, but I think our second half was much better. The game changed on the hour mark. Marçal received a second yellow card for handball in the box, sent off. And Neymar Jr. coolly slotted home the penalty to give Paris a 2-1 lead. After the second goal, it was easier because we grew in confidence and our opponents had the red card. With 20 minutes to play, Kylian Mbappe produced another masterpiece. He's a special player, very good. We know that he can bring a lot to the team. Pablo Sarabia netted his side's fourth of the night, becoming the first Paris player to score in each of the first 5 cup matches of the season. I'm very proud. It's a great achievement for me, for my family. And I'm very happy to have helped the team out in this way, in this competition. 4-1 and then 5-1 in stoppage time as Mbappe completed his hat-trick and Paris were into the final for the 18th time. Scoring 5 goals is very impressive because this was a tough time to come here to Lyon. after their wins over Juventus and then Saint-Etienne. They've been playing with a lot of confidence.
We're
very happy to have qualified for another final. We played very well. The second half was a lot better. When they were down to 10 men, it was easier for us to score goals. And we're very happy. It's good for us to qualify like this, for the final. We showed that we won because we deserved to win. Not just because that's football and anything can happen, but because we deserved it. Between 1991 and 1998, Laurent Fournier proudly wore Le Rouge et Bleu, winning the league in '94 and playing a key role in the capital club's emergence on the European scene, with 5 consecutive continental semi-finals, 2 finals, and the crowning moment, triumph in the 1996 UEFA Cup Winners' Cup final. We were a good bunch of mates, not too many stars, just a bunch of guys ready to give it everything. And we did. Paris began the campaign with a 6-2 aggregate win over Molde. (3-2) in Norway and 3-0 in the return game at the Parc des Princes. Before stunning Scottish giant Celtic.
On avait gagné 1-0 ici.
We won 1-0 here at home, a goal from Yuri, I think. And when we went there, everyone thought we were going to explode because we weren't confident. We decided to play 5 at the back, and of course in that game we were really confident. The experience of our previous European games, and 3 goals from Patrice Loco. Just exceptional. But above all, it was a team performance that won that match. And in the end, the Scottish fans applauded us off. The opposition team still gives me goosebumps. After a 1-0 loss in the first leg of the quarter-finals against Parma, Paris turned things around at the Parc des Princes in an incredible atmosphere. A Rai double and another Patrice Loco goal sent Les Rouges et Bleus into the Final Four. There were tifos and flags waving. When I look back at those European matches at the park with that atmosphere, the effigies of Bernard Lamar, David Ginola, Vincent Guérin, magnificent. Paris met Deportivo La Coruña in the semi-finals. A 1-0 away win at the Riazor, thanks to a wonderful goal from Yuri Djorkaeff. The return game also finished 1-0, with Loco getting his 4th of the competition. When you have players like Rai, Djorkaeff, they're players that score you goals. So we, the others, we work for them. You win the ball back and you give it to them, because they can win you matches. Paris were into the first European final of their history, against Rapid Vienna at the King Baudouin Stadium in Brussels. But not everything went according to plan before kickoff. The hotel wasn't great. We took the mattresses off the bed and slept on the floor because they were too hard. In the bus on the way to the game, and Gotti behind me said, "Lolo, you'll see, I'm going to score with a free kick." And I said, "Good, do it." And he did.